Welcome to MTG and the 7th and final round of our Streamer Kumite. So it all comes down to this, but unfortunately we don't have the super dramatic last round, because as you can see with the records, even if myself and Hand of Justice lose, we're still going to be in the finals against each other, but it doesn't mean we don't have a fantastic round. Now what you're going to see was actually our round 6. We had to swap round 6 and 7 because we were having trouble getting MTG Brewlab and Max Damage together. Max Damage, crazy busy with his own thing with MTG Rebellion, and Brewlab has been on vacation, not even putting out any videos for his own channel, so he's been gracious enough still to find time to make this all work. So I can't thank those two enough, but unfortunately we weren't able to get it together. This video needs to post in less than 10 hours, so I gotta do my intro, I gotta do my outro, I gotta edit this thing, and I gotta post it up, so there's just no time for them to finish up that last matchup. So in this one, our round 7, you're only going to be seeing 3 matches, and we're gonna be missing that one. It does suck because as you can see, we have 4 people all at 3 and 3. So I really wanted to see how everybody kind of separated themselves, see who kind of the 3rd, 4th place was, but that match won't be going on. So in round 6, we were supposed to have pretend we can't use sweepers. So no sweepers are allowed. You could only use spot removal, things that will kill 1 creature or less, right? You can't kill anything more than 1 with any type of card that you have. So it makes the deck building really interesting. You can go with this really huge go wide strategy because you know they could only have spot removal. You never have to worry about the Sunfall to depopulate. So I can't wait to see what everybody's bringing to the table. But like I said, you're only going to see 3 matchups. We did film round 7. That was actually what you saw yesterday. That was the round 6. So round 7 was just a standard best of 1. And now this is our last one. And most importantly, we have Monday's video. That is going to be our Streamer Kumite finals. Determine our champion for this entire thing. Can't wait to have that one. Can't wait to go against Hand of Justice, who beat me up there in round number 4. So looking for a little bit of revenge there as well. But let's go ahead and talk about our matchups for this last round. So to start off round 7, we have myself going up against Mythic Mike, and I can't wait to see what kind of brew he has for us. Then up next, you have Mythras against Sleeveless, and to finish us off today, we're going to have Hand of Justice going up against ManaMan. And make sure you stay to the very end of this video where I let you know what the match of the day was, and we can talk a little bit about our finals that will be coming up on Monday. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay.
Round 7. Fight!
Ooh, that's a rough one for me to keep. I think I'm going to have to mulligan. It's just not looking good on my side.
All right, so we have our hands, right?
That's looking a little bit better. And Mythic Mike, are you there?
Opponent goes first. You can hear me fine,
okay.
Right?
Yeah, I could hear you fine. I was just checking. So I had a really bad opening hand there, so I had to mulligan that. How about you?
Medium. Medium. I think we're still going to win, even though we're on the draw, but we'll see. I'm overconfident sometimes.
All right, let's see. I'm going to keep the 6. I'm going to drop you off. And that is the important land. Got to play the tap land first here. I'm seeing some monocolor red sleeves you have over there. All right, so Boros out so far. Get the big swing in now while I can. Or you got to play with fire in your hand. I'm not going to be a fan.
Oh, you know. What else could I possibly have?
I don't know. There's a little stick. You got something in there, though. All right, so still Boros colors. Oh, that's a cute little bunny right there. I could run over that little thing.
It's the biggest bunny you've ever seen. What are you talking about?
No fear of that bunny at the moment. All right. Just pecking you away. Just the little ruby tracker is getting you. But this is giving me token vibes. Oh yeah, token vibes. So now that bunny's gonna come in as a 3/3. Easy block there for me, but bunny's gonna start to get a little bit out of control. But this is my big secret weapon. Joda.
Oh my god, this is a Joda deck?
So
that's a problem.
Yeah, so my whole thinking, I wanted to do this crazy token deck, go over the top, use the rabble rousing into Moonshaker, but then the deck's a little slow. But Joda, if all you have is spot removal, I could get a little bit silly. So All right, and let's find our protection now as well. So get the Skrelv out there. Jarina's going to be able to protect the squad as well. And you got nothing in your graveyard, but we got some good blockers now. Yeah, let's start just pushing damage, I think. All right, so I think I will be able to kill you on this very next turn. I got the Skrelv, so I could give protection from white. So unless you have a red creature.
This is a problem, huh?
Yeah, when I get the Gwenna into Joda, it gets silly.
I do have a red creature, but I gotta think this one out for a second. This into... All right, maybe I do need a white. This into... That's going to be a problem. You know what? Let's just shoot for the stars. Let's just shoot for the stars on...
Takes the pain land as well.
I think we got to shoot for the stars here.
Ooh, yeah, you got all pain lands on that one. That's rough too. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got a full send coming?
Man,
I gotta say,
oh my god.
I can't wait to be able to take a look at your hand. All right, get some life gain.
Huh? So how's the best way to do this? Am I going to be dead anyways? I think the answer is surely yes.
I'm like sitting here running through my head. I was like, what is it? Like 3 monstrous rages on the bunny if I don't block it? Okay. Okay. End of turn, the spell's bargain. That creature also gains flying and lifelink.
Oops. All right. So, ooh, this is an interesting one, actually.
Well, I got to tell you, right now, this is already more than I was expecting you to be able to do. So, I'll just throw my 7/7 at the 1/1. I think it should be safe. I hope it's safe. Target creature +2 and gangs lifelink until end of turn. Creature dies. Okay. So definitely, definitely getting the life gang in there.
Yes. Come on. Come on.
Up to 16.
All right. So the Skrelv trick will not work.
Yeah. Well, they're still all white creatures, but I need more than one attacker to get through.
Exactly. Although that's worrisome, huh?
All right. What can we do here? I think I just do a full send. You can't block 2 creatures, and that should be... No, that's only going to be 16. So it's going to keep you alive still. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Oh, never mind. It's a 9/9 and an 8/8 that will get through, so that should be exactly lethal, unless you have some more life gain. I forgot about the Ruby getting the bonus when it actually attacks. Oh my goodness. Gonna get in exactly with lethal on this one, I think. He's got 1 red mana. What could he do?
Is there first strike on something?
No, not
first strike would save me. Well, why don't you have first strike, man? I need first strike right here. I need a Thalia. Because then on my Lunar would gain a life. But that's not going to work. Well, good game, sir. I think that's all she wrote.
Oh, so first strike. What was that going to do right there then?
It would kill my creature, and then Lunark would gain a life.
But I thought that was the other side of the Lunar Arc, right? So, still, that was an interesting one.
You're right. You're right. I got confused which side of my Lunark was on there. You're right. So first strike wouldn't have helped.
Yeah,
that was a solid game.
I thought you were going to go to 1, but then I forgot when Ruby attacks, it gets that extra +2/+2. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, this is exactly lethal.
Round 7. Fight!
Shoot, I wish I would have gave you first. Alright. Ooh, nice. That is a good choice. God. Ooh. I really like Kellen too.
Yeah, probably doesn't do quite what you think.
I get a lot of good value with that.
Be around. Play that.
Ooh, Unctus. Question here is, I think we want to do this.
Your own entity.
But that one. Oh.
That's rough.
There you go. What do we got here? Ooh, Ruth.
Oh, that doesn't work. Alright.
This is what I think I needed. Just gotta figure out where to play it. Go there. And do this.
Oh man. Wow.
Half the split, I think.
You got me next turn. Could play that. Attack there, but not too much. what I can do. Control.
And we'll block.
We take land. But I don't.
Oh, good game, man.
Yeah.
Round 7. Fight!
Rakdos
But yeah,
in
really
range.
excited. It's so great to be able to play other like content creators, and so again, just thank you, ManaMan, for being here. I appreciate you.
Yeah, like I said, we're all in this together. A rising tide raises all ships,
Right.
or whatever the heck is going on. I think that's the saying. Hopefully, I got that right.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope you've got a great hand. I've got a good opening hand, so I hope your hand is great as well.
I do. It's pretty good.
Awesome. Well, I will go ahead and keep,
And like I
and
said,
then yeah, we'll get started here.
as I was saying, like we were talking about the Restless Fence. I think this card is pretty underrated. I do like the Restless
Oh,
Fence.
nice.
I do
I have
like
not
this.
seen it a lot, but yeah, I mean all the man lands seem great to me.
I do. I did go. I don't usually go bougie and just try and get like the alternate art stuff, but for this one, I had to shell out for all the Restless. I feel like the lands are a little bit more like timeless, so like you can really
Oh, for
appreciate
sure.
it more.
For sure. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lead out here with a Warden of the Inner Sky. We're up against Rakdos here, so I'm not super as concerned about just getting blown out here with damage right away. So I had sort of a kind of interesting choice on turn 1, but that's my reasoning.
I think we're just gonna go
See what he's
ahead.
got here for us.
I think we're just gonna go ahead and set up a little bit of try and match you up here with this tenacious underdog.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. All right. Now, let's see. I'll go ahead and get another land down. And then we're just going to go ahead and main phase reinforcements here, just so we can go ahead and get that scry.
Definitely. So we're not.
And yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I think, we've got sort of what we need in hand already, so I'm happy to keep here with this on top, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So yeah.
Yeah, the Warden of the Sky was one of those cards I wasn't too high on when it first was released, but the more that I play against it, I'm like, oh, this thing can just take over boards.
I know it just gets in there and just gives you a lot of like another angle to attack on for sure.
For sure. So I think I got this underdog here. I'm in a little weird spot. Like always with mid range is always like, when is the time to become aggressive? I think this is an okay chance to kind of become aggressive. The only thing is this inner warden. I think I'm okay with getting a little damage in here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I'm okay with it. With the secluded court, it's kind of nice because with the secluded courtyards, I don't have to really worry about the counters or anything. I'm just gonna go for the throat right now before the inner.
Yeah,
Do
it.
Before I get into too much trouble.
It sucks on my side of the table, but I totally get it.
Before I get into any trouble with this thing gets out of hand quickly.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and now that I see you've got 1 mana open, I'm gonna throw down my Ixalan as I see it's safe for at least a turn to get in here.
Absolutely.
And luckily with my guys here, I don't have to worry about the cut down just yet.
Not a cut down, but it is removal.
Oh,
and
nice.
let's see here. I think we're gonna rock with it. Just kind of whichever one I want to take. I don't think it really particularly matters too much, but I think we're probably still better off just picking something off here.
For sure.
Okay. That kind of changes the sequencing here a little bit, just with the underdog Ixalan, monster of a card. Let's just go ahead and drop this puppy.
Definitely presenting a big threat. But you got Shelly to back it up, which is definitely problematic for me.
Shelly is the anti-aggro card.
Oh yes, yeah. So I think I'm just gonna try to build my board here a little bit. Try to pump Ixalan's power with Shelly on the battlefield here.
Ooh, the veteran that life gain really can help. I know veteran swings a lot of matchups. Like when you're going like in the mirror match, that the life gain could absolutely help.
Oh, it's so important. Yeah, and against like the terror that is mono red for sure. And we've got a Vanguard here to follow it up. So this is kind of powering up my humans a little bit. Unfortunately, doesn't buff the soldier token, but oh well. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and send with both this and the human token because, you know, this way I'm going to have another one coming in anyways, and this will at least trade with underdog.
Definitely. That Capricorn Vanguard. Again, we shout out to the alternate art. I've never seen that alternate art, so that is really nice.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I don't know. I think I'm just kind of near the beginning when it came out, and I don't know how I saw it, but I love it. It's such a cool alternate art, and like the original art doesn't really. It's not that I don't think it's that great. So this is like a really nice art.
For sure. I mean, 9 in damage is not a lot to take, but I think given my hand, it might make a little bit more sense to kind of just keep here. So I'm gonna take a whopping 9 to the noggin here.
I mean, if you got answers that I don't know about, you know, you do your thing for sure.
I don't know if they're okay. So I'm sitting here with 3 3-drops in my hand, which is a little awkward, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
But let's see here. What's the move here? Well, I did kind of commit to not trading my underdog, so we might as well make the most use of it as we can.
For sure.
So let's go ahead and pop you for my little silver bullet.
A little Ob Nixilis action here. Nice.
My silver bullet.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, I do gain the life from the devil, but I mean, it's almost worth it to kind of maybe just build up the board a little bit. I don't think
totally,
I don't think
totally
I'm gonna
get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go in for anything just yet. Hopefully, we can kind of do some chump blocks on this Adeline and then kind of make do. But
yeah. So I'm now interested. I'm faced with an interesting decision. So he's got 3 blocks here. He's at 11, and he could have some gas in the hand for like possibly like a cut down, something like that with Coppercoat's name on it.
For sure.
Something like that. So I think here I'm gonna let me think for a minute. So yeah, I think I'm threatening quite a bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go a little bit all in here and just see what you got.
Ooh, the recruiter.
Like no matter what happens, it's gonna make some tough choices, I think. And we're just gonna go ahead and send it all and just see and sort of make you make those choices.
Send in the house, especially with that additional Adeline token. That is some tough cookies.
Yeah.
So let's do the most obvious thing. These are the most obvious things, and then block you, and how much are we taking here? 3, 5, 8, 10. So the Lunark veteran, I can't really. And I can
and this way, if you don't have gas in the tank, or something to do with on 1 mana, it's gonna at least hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think here. So I can kill the veteran like this, but things can come back. I think I might be better off doing this. Pop the Vanguard.
Fair.
Pop one of this token, because this token doesn't have ward, but I guess it'll die anyway. So I just want to make sure my math's all good. 3, 5, 8, 10. Kill the recruiter. I think we're gonna. All right.
Yeah.
Down to 1 we go. Shooty. All right. So devils. And I guess we could be kind of cute. I mean, just by the way the stack plays, I guess. I think we're just gonna do this.
Oh, for sure.
Fine,
yeah. Getting rid of that Vanguard is gonna be a huge pain for me. But
all right, gaining the 2 life.
We're at least making you make some interesting decisions here.
At least making me sweat for sure.
Yeah, at least making you sweat for it.
Let's see here. These obbies don't do me a whole lot of good. My other card here that I'm staring at doesn't do me a whole lot of good either. But what I really like about the Shelly is like I kind of like this little tech here. So I am gonna ditch one of the best planeswalkers ever printed in the Liliana for the Phyrexian Dragon engine.
Oh, nice.
The only problem is that we don't get the card draw. The card draw is kind of nice with that, but so it's gonna be kind of rough pickings here. So we only have Phyrexian Dragons. Don't really have any life gain here. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I'm at 17. I'm feeling pretty safe, so I'm just gonna go ahead and decline. And again here, I'm thinking I'm in a decent spot, so I'm going to go ahead and decline one more time.
Definitely. So obviously not going to be doing that, and lose some life. So gonna try and make some combat tricks here. If we can kind of time this out right. If you don't have a I don't think you're running like Baruch Cathar or something.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening. So you're at 3, and unless you've got something else, you got to have a trick up your sleeve to get this one. I'm going to go ahead and throw out the Thalia to see what's cooking upstairs.
Okay, we'll let that resolve.
Okay, still got some more potential gas here, so we're going to go ahead and add an initiate.
Okay.
Just for the extra point of power. Not that it's going to matter here on Adeline, but you never know.
Right.
All right, and then I think if we send in with everybody, we've got 5 attackers, you've got 2 blockers, and so you're going to have something special, and we'll see what happens.
And I like to do like my world's famous trick is the fake full control. Even though I unfortunately do not have anything for you here.
No worries.
If I did have the go for the throat or the play with fire, I have a Liliana the Veil in the hand. But if I had,
sure. Yeah, you definitely sweated me for it though.
Yeah, I did. Just trying to stall enough time to get these Obnixalies. Obnixali? I don't know how the plural.
Yeah, exactly. Obnixali.
Yeah, but that was a good game. Just didn't get.
Welcome back, and the Streamer Kumite comes to an end, but we still have our finals coming up tomorrow. So you can see our final records here. We have myself and Hannah Justice at 6-1. And technically, yeah, his name should probably be above mine because he did beat me in that head-to-head. And then we have 2 at 3-4, and then Max Damage or Brewlab. One of those 2 would have actually been 3rd place, depending on who would have actually won their matchup there. So who knows? They might just play it for fun, just for some bragging rights, and we could talk about that later on. So as far as the match of the day on this one, I actually am not going to give it to anybody. I'm going to say all of us, kind of those of us who won, we kind of were leading the whole time, right? Yes, some of the games went a little bit longer, but you kind of were able to see this person's in the lead and they stayed in the lead. So we didn't have a lot of these matchups where it swung back and forth and you really couldn't tell, and then you couldn't believe when somebody took the victory, like so many of our other rounds. So myself, Hand of Justice, and Mythras, it just looked like in most of those matchups, for me watching it, they have the lead. How is the other person going to come back? And yeah, they kept surviving, but they didn't have anything quite to turn those tides in those matchups. With that said, I love my deck. I love a great Joda deck that just is able to pop off with it. So really exciting. I also want to talk a little bit about these records, okay? Now, some of you might look at Hand of Justice and go, his one loss, man, he got so unlucky against Mythic Mike, and Mythic Mike got a turn 3 kill in Artisan, which was spectacular. Go back and check that one out if you did not see it. But also, right, he had a game when he was playing his mono red against Mythras, and he double top decked lightning strikes. He had another game against Sleeveless, where if Sleeveless drew a single basic land, he would have been able to take that victory. Okay, I'm not diminishing what Hand of Justice did or anything like that. Same thing could be said with my matchups or anybody's matchups. So many of these games were determined by a small little thing. This 6-1 could have very easily been a 1-6 for myself or Hand of Justice. That's how those games go sometimes, and you just have to shrug them off and keep on going. Lucky for the 2 of us, we got the good luck of the dice most of the time, the good top decks when we needed them. So we were very, very fortunate in certain circumstances, and others maybe not. Okay, but these records could often be deceiving if you didn't actually sit there and watch every single game what actually happens. And that's the thing, same thing on the ladder. You're going to have those bad days, and maybe your record looks like 1-6, and you're like, man, I'm just not a good player. That's not the case. Small little things, small little changes you could do, and small little luck situations will turn that record around. That's why I say, don't let your attitude affect your gameplay. Just keep plugging away, keep going, and you're going to start to see those better results eventually as well. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about tomorrow now. So myself, Hand of Justice, we are doing a best of 5 tournament. So when we do this, we get to bring any one deck, and we're going to play it just like the World Championships. So what deck you bring, there's no sideboard for game 2. After 2 games, then we sideboard for game 3, sideboard for game 4, and sideboard for game 5. Okay, but it is best of 5, so this could only be 3 matchups. We'll see. The fact I'm going to go against Hand of Justice, I'm hoping I could give him a fight and actually stretch this out. I don't see myself sweeping him 3-0, but I could potentially see him sweeping me 3-0. He already beat me 2-0 earlier, so we're going to have to wait and find out. Now, as far as me, what deck am I going in here with? I'm going to play my Orzhov Life Gang that you saw me play last round. It's also the deck I used and I piloted when I was at Mythic #1 earlier this month. It is my favorite deck. I have the most fun with it. I know it's not a tier 1. It's not a tier 2 style deck, but to me, especially in best of 1, I do so well with it. And it just brings a smile on my face. I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. It answers a lot of threats. It could go incredibly wide and go over the top and beat people up. Now, Hand of Justice is probably going to play some type of human variation. It's probably what he's most known for. He's really good with mono reds as well. But the thing is, humans, they could swarm this deck. I might be safer if I was probably maybe playing some Azorius control and just tons of board wipes in there, all sorts of removal spells. But I want to play a deck that I enjoy the most, I have fun with, and I played it when I was at Mythic #1, so we got to go ahead and give it a shot for the Kumite Championships. And I hope you all have been enjoying this. I would love to hear in your comments what you've thought about it. Who did you actually think the match of this round was? And if you're looking forward to tomorrow's finals. So until then, never forget, you're an ace.